Hello, everyone. Today we have a special guest who is going to read her book to us for Inclusive Early Learning Week. Good morning, Payton.
Morning.
For the record, how old are you, Payton?
I'm 14 years old.
Wonderful. And how many educators have you spoken to about autism?
Over 1,000. I've spoken to quite a few schools and in total over 1,000.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, just a little bit about what made you write your book.
So when I was younger, I've always been verbal, but I didn't always know how to communicate to my parents and to my loved ones how I was feeling. Like if I was overstimulated or if I didn't like this or didn't like that. I didn't know how to communicate this with them. And so I started drawing pictures that illustrated how I felt, and my parents could see my emotions in the drawing. And so they kept them over time because it was my way of communicating. And luckily, I could communicate much better now. I still enjoy artwork, but we decided that we could put them all into a book to hopefully help other parents and autistic people understand themselves and what they might be feeling, because my parents wish they had a book like that when I was little. And so I illustrated all the pictures myself, and my parents have a forward in the beginning. I have an afterward at the end. So that's kind of how it came to be.
Great, great, great. Something that you used for yourself. Initially, you were able to share with everyone else. That sounds great. Okay, guys, let's listen to Autism Gives Me Superpowers by Payton Biggers.
I don't like having my hair brushed. It feels like it's pulling my hair out because my head is very sensitive and I don't like it being brushed too hard. I prefer to do it myself. I don't like a lot of loud noises going on at once. Lots of people talking and laughing really loudly, bright lights, and loud music all at once is overstimulating. I have a lot of trouble communicating and dealing with little kids, mostly ones under 5 years old. I'm very sensitive to tone of voice, like if someone seems angry or stern, and I don't like being yelled at. It scares me. I often like to dress a little differently from other people. I prefer nicer clothes over casual clothes, and I don't really follow fashion trends. I often talk to myself, which bothers a lot of people. I daydream all the time, which makes me say things to myself, and some people are quite unsettled by that. I really don't know why. I often don't understand sarcastic terms of speech. Sometimes those sayings and figures of speech are confusing to me. A lot of times when I'm overstimulated, I like to get on my swing set, so I like the rhythmic motion. Is there anything that helps you? I often struggle with timers because I focus more on it than the work I'm given, and I can get really worried about it. I like to listen to music on my headphones, overstimulated or not. I am often obsessed with one or a few specific topics, such as sharks, presidents, mythology, or other stories I'm writing. I prefer to read than to watch TV. TV is kind of boring. I dislike the textures of certain foods, such as most cooked vegetables and some types of gravy. When I was younger, things that are often considered easy were difficult for me, and things that are often considered difficult were easy for me. For instance, I learned to play the violin years before I learned to tie my shoes. Communication is very important. You should talk with your friends and family about things that bother you, like loud sounds, certain smells, particular food textures, stressful situations, etc. But I'll warn you, sometimes it may not work. The person may think you're making excuses or talking back. If this happens, try talking to him or her again later until you can reach an understanding. And even if you are autistic, that's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You can do anything, be yourself, don't change anything or hide who you are.